Lance Buddy Franklin is arguably one of the best and most versatile forwards of all time, with 1,047 goals as of the 2022 season and moving on to the 19th year of his career. It would be safe to say that any AFL club would have taken the punt on Buddy in the 2004 National Draft, had they held a crystal ball. Although Franklin was taken at pick number 5 in that year's draft, in what would have been a crucial piece to the premiership success of the Hawthorn Football Club, and later the dominance of the Sydney Swans, one wonders who were the 4 players clubs were brave enough to choose before the 6'6" centre-half forward, and did they make as much of an impact as Buddy did? Franklin relocated to Perth at the age of 15 and attended Wesley College on a sports scholarship, where he developed his footballing skills. After being picked up by the Hawks, Buddy quickly made his mark in the competition with his explosive playing style. Despite initial criticism about his accuracy in front of goal, Franklin went on to win 2 premierships with Hawthorn, a best and fairest, 4 Coleman medals, 8 All-Australian selections, and has topped the goal-kicking tally a collective 12 times at Hawthorn and Sydney. Franklin is also known for being the last player to kick 100 goals in a season, reaching that milestone in Hawthorn's final home and away match of the 2008 season against Carlton.
Here he comes on 99 goals. Lance Franklin joins the 100 club, and people power has spoken. Out they come by their thousands. Just the 28th man in 150 years of AFL to reach the magical 100.
Franklin averaged a touch over 3 goals per game and 15 disposals over his career. Franklin has managed to poll Brownlow votes in every one of his seasons, including 4 seasons where he polled 20 or more votes. Moving up to pick 4 in that year's draft, Richmond fans may like to look away, is Richard Tambling. His explosive speed and ability to read the play made him a dominant player in the Northern Territory, and he confirmed his status as one of the country's best young kids during the 2004 pre-season. However, Tambling struggled with injuries, including a broken toe and a consistent hamstring problem, and by 2009 he was receiving constant criticism for his underperformance. He was traded to the Adelaide Crows in exchange for draft selections, and played 16 AFL matches over 3 years at the club before being delisted at the end of the 2013 season. Tambling managed 124 AFL games over 9 seasons, averaging 15 disposals a game, his best being the 2009 season where he averaged 21 touches. However, Tambling was never able to live up to the hype of his junior years, and many fans are left to wonder what if Buddy Franklin was picked before Tambling. At number 3, the Western Bulldogs picked Ryan Griffin. Griffin managed 257 games and 162 goals over 14 years. He won the Charles Sutton Medal for Best and Fairest in 2010 and 2013, picking up 1 All-Australian honour in 2013 as well, and captaining the Bulldogs in 2014. In 2015, Griffin was traded to GWS, vacating the captaincy. He was part of the trade that would bring Tom Boyd to the Dogs on a lucrative multi-million-dollar deal, and ultimately bring along the awaited premiership to the Dogs in 2016, leaving Griffin to wonder what could have been had he remained at the Dogs. Nonetheless, Griffin's career was consistent as a midfielder, averaging 21 disposals throughout his career and 3.7 tackles. In 2013, Griffin averaged close to 30 touches a game and multiple 30 disposal performances. At draft pick number 2, the Hawks nabbed Jared Ruffhead, who would go on to be a pivotal performer in the Hawthorn dynasty of 2008 and later 2013 to 2015. Ruffhead is a 4-time premiership player, kicking 578 goals over 283 games. He won the Coleman Medal in 2013 with 72 goals that season, as well as being named in the All-Australian team twice. He led Hawthorn's goal-kicking in 2 of their premiership years, and a 3rd in 2017. Ruffhead was touted as a high draft pick, but surprised many when he was taken by Hawthorn as their first pick. Ruffhead was touted to go 4th to Richmond, but Alistair Clarkson wanted 2 bigs and pulled a massive blindside on the Tigers when they read out the name of Ruffhead. Ruffhead was even invited to the post-draft barbecue for the Tigers, which was how certain many were that he would be selected for the Tigers. Despite this, Hawthorn was the home for Ruffhead, and he made a quality career for himself. In 2016, Roughhead had a reoccurrence of melanoma, and after 8 months was able to return to footy, playing till 2019 and kicking 6 goals in his final match. Many would say he was chosen at the right position for that year. At pick number 1, we have none other than Brett Delidio. Delidio was the consensus number 1 pick for the 2004 draft. He played senior footy for Kyabram from the age of 15, winning best on ground honours in his first game. In 2003, he won the Kevin Sheehan Medal as the best in the under-16 national championships. Playing for the Murray Bushrangers, Delidio averaged 24 disposals a game and kicked 21 goals from 11 games. Delidio was named the best first-year player in 2005, also winning the Grand Final Sprint, and becoming the youngest player to represent Australia in the International Rules Series in 2005. While Richmond would struggle throughout much of his career, Delidio would be a shining light, averaging well over 24 possessions per game and featuring in every game of the season. Delidio was rewarded for his efforts with 2 All-Australians, back-to-back best and fairest, as well as polling in the top 5 for Richmond 7 years straight. In 2016, a series of leg injuries caused Delidio to play only 11 games in the season. However, at the conclusion of the 2016 season, Delidio requested a trade to Greater Western Sydney, which would go on to be one of the biggest what-ifs in AFL history. Unfortunately for Delidio, his career would continue to derail as he could not overcome consistent injuries to his calf. And he was once a shell of his former self, retiring after 275 games and understandably much regret.